5915. What are the essential steps in the demonstration/performance method of teaching? A. Demonstration, practice, and evaluation. B. Demonstrate, learner performance, and evaluation. C. Explanation, demonstration, learner performance, instructor supervision, and evaluation. The correct answer is C. The demonstration/performance method of teaching is a step-by-step process that involves the following steps. Explanation. The instructor explains the concept or skill that is being taught. Demonstration. The instructor demonstrates the concept or skill being taught. Learner performance. The learner performs the concept or skill being taught. Instructor supervision. The instructor supervises the learner's performance and provides feedback as needed. Evaluation. The instructor evaluates the learner's performance and provides a grade or other feedback. The demonstration/performance method of teaching is an effective way to teach concepts and skills. It is a hands-on approach that allows learners to see how the concept or skill is done and to practice it themselves. This method of teaching is also effective for learners of all ages and skill levels. 5916. Which is true about an instructor's critique of a learner's performance? A. It must be given in written form. B. It should be subjective rather than objective. C. It is a step in the learning process, not in the grading process. The correct answer is C. An instructor's critique of a learner's performance is a step in the learning process, not in the grading process. The purpose of a critique is to help the learner improve their performance, not to judge them. Here are some tips for giving a constructive critique. Be specific and provide examples. Don't just say, "good job," or "you need to work on that." Instead, point out specific things that the learner did well or that they could improve on. Be objective and fair. Don't let your personal feelings about the learner influence your critique. Be positive and encouraging. Focus on what the learner can do to improve, rather than on what they are doing wrong. Be respectful. Remember that the learner is trying their best, and they deserve to be treated with respect. By following these tips, you can give a constructive critique that will help the learner improve their performance. 5917. The purpose of a critique is to A. Identify only the learner's faults and weaknesses. B. Give a delayed evaluation of the learner's performance. C. Provide direction and guidance to raise the level of the learner's performance. The correct answer is C. A critique is a critical evaluation of a learner's performance. It is intended to help the learner improve their performance by identifying areas where they can improve and providing guidance on how to do so. A critique should not be used to identify only the learner's faults and weaknesses. Instead, it should be used to provide feedback that is both positive and constructive. 5918. When an instructor critiques a learner, it should always be A. Done in private. B. Subjective rather than objective. C. Conducted immediately after the learner's performance. The correct answer is C. When the specifics of a learner's individual or group performance are still fresh in their minds, a critique should be given right away. 5919. Proper quizzing by the instructor during a lesson can have which of these results? A. It identifies points which need emphasis. B. It encourages rote response from learners. C. It permits the introduction of new material which was not covered previously. The correct answer is A. Proper quizzing by the instructor during a lesson can have several results, including identifying points which need emphasis. Quizzing can help the instructor identify which concepts or skills the learners are struggling with. This information can then be used to provide additional instruction or practice. Encouraging active learning. Quizzing can help learners stay engaged in the lesson and actively participate in the learning process. Providing feedback. Quizzing can provide learners with feedback on their understanding of the material. This feedback can help learners identify areas where they need to improve and can motivate them to continue learning. Measuring student progress. Quizzing can be used to measure student progress over time. This information can be used to assess the effectiveness of the instruction and to make adjustments as needed.